And I want to teach you a little bit. I want to teach you a little bit. So if you know that you're interested in making money online by getting paid for what you know, then you're in the right place right now. You're on the right live stream. All right. Making money online, getting paid for what you know. What does that even mean? Do you guys even know what that means? I want to know in the comments. Let me know. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. What's up? I'm Lakeisha Michelle. I was just sitting here thinking, like, oh my gosh, I've been selling stuff on the internet since I started in 2014. So I'm going to give you guys some story time. I'm going to give you guys some tips that can help you. And then for those of you that want to hear about my offer, then you can take opportunity to have a conversation with me in my DMs on Instagram. Really, really simple. It's not even a big enough group to be bothered with making a website. And also it proves the point that you don't have to do all of the stuff. You do not have to do all the stuff you think you have to do. Oh my God. Hold on. I literally get ideas as I'm talking all the time. So I am very excited to help some people in the first quarter make money online. So I want to talk about this concept that I have, and everybody thinks it's bananas. Every time I'm coaching somebody, they're like, "You just mean go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just go. Launch it, sell it every day until you cannot sell it anymore, and you repeat the process, and that's how you make money online. You do not have to do all this fancy stuff." So I want to go down story lane and tell you guys about the fact that when I first got started in 2014, do you know I was obsessed with this idea of making money online. And I tried a lot of different things, but then I decided that I wanted to get paid for what I know. Why? Because when you decide to get paid for what you know, when you're in my position at the time, I was doing hair and I had to go to work. Okay, duh, because I have to go to work and touch the people. So the thing about it is, at the same time, I remember sitting at home and my mom, who is deceased now, and she just recently passed away. My mom literally, what's up, Chef Anthony? My mom literally, she was showing the signs of dementia, and I was like, okay, it's happening. Like I can see that she's got dementia and whatever. And I don't want to be laying in here dog tired because I was working. And so I get ideas. My fear is executing. Yes, Cherie. It's everybody's people. That's why it's called launch. You gotta, that's like the first thing. I have some really cool tips for you guys right now. Okay, so my point is this. I was sitting there and I was like, oh my gosh, my mom is ill and family matters to me. I love family. I love being with my loved ones. I love being present and I don't want to be dog tired. So I got to figure something else out. And I stopped listening to the thought process of who am I and, whatever. And I just said, I'm about to just go. I'm about to just go at it. And so I started staying up late and learning about the internet. Most of you guys are not making money online because you are not taking the time to learn about the internet. Because the thing is, when you see what's possible, then you build confidence. You start going, well, so and so, is doing this. And so that means you'll start to get hope. You'll start to get hope. Okay? You'll start to get hope. And you'll start saying, well, so-and-so's making money like this. Oh, I just saw this lady who made money like this. And so then you become hopeful. And so you have a bigger chance of actually making things happen for yourself because you see something different. So now you can play with possibility. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So here I am, 2014, realizing that if I don't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's going to happen. And now here's what's interesting. I had to get out of my environment. I moved away in 2014. And I knew that I needed to just get into some new air. So I sold everything, stopped doing hair, sold everything, and I moved to California. And I go to California and I rent this room. I had 3 months of rent. I rent this room and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to figure this thing out. So I studied what was going on the internet. There is a time and place for studying. Tip number one, there's a time and there's a place for studying. There's a time and there's a place for studying. Most people are studying at the wrong time. When you should be launching, when you should be selling, typically people are studying. They're making themselves feel better about their inaction by studying. There is a time and a place for studying. Okay. So you have to be very, very, very mindful. You have to be, because if you don't, you'll look up and you'll be spending your time where you should be selling and stuff, studying and doing things that are cool, but they're just not what you should be doing right now. And so I had to learn that. And I spent 2014 taking a million classes. I was, learning about, looking at all these people launching courses and talking about course creation. And I was watching and I was buying stuff and I was like, figuring it out, like, trying different things. And I was paying for all this software and I was listening to all these people who say, you can't do this until you do that. And I was like, oh, they said I can't sell right now. Or they said I can't do this. And they said I'm not qualified for this, these people. And I listened to them. And so 2014, I spent money on a bunch of courses and software, and I never did anything worth nothing. I did one thing, actually. I did do a class, and I remember I made like $700 or something like that. And I was so excited. And then, oh, you can do it. You can pass the state. And then after that, 2015 happened. So I get into 2015 and I'm doing the same thing, acting like I'm going to do something different. I literally in 2014 kept buying software and classes and I wasn't selling my own stuff. And then I get into 2015 all excited about the new year and I'm doing the same thing. And it wasn't until I got a coach, you guys. It wasn't until I got a coach. He called me out and he said, if Lakeisha, you have 24 hours. And I would never forget that as long as I live, because that was what I needed. It was the push that I needed. It was like, quit showing up to class every week without from freaking results. And that's the kind of coach that I am. I'm grateful for that coach because it changed my life. I went and I just made a video on my phone and I posted it and it worked. I needed someone to see my crap because I was showing up to those meetings and I wasn't producing. And I got called out. And so I go and I launch this thing overnight. And I was like, literally, the video is still on the internet. I just was in my mom and dad's room. I was back in Dallas visiting. And I was like, yo, this is what I'm going to do. And I did it. And it worked. And someone bought. One person bought. And that is all I needed. That is all I needed, because now I know that I can do this. This has happened. And so now I need to figure out what I did and why it works. And there are some key things that I wish that somebody could put into this challenge format for me. I wish I had it, what I'm going to give everybody that joins my mastermind, but I wish I had these concepts drilled into my head, because they literally changed my life. They changed my life. And so here's the thing. Hold on. Let's get this spam stuff off of here. I think I got it. This is me. I feel like I'm learning when I should be launching. True. Maybe I need to use my coach. Yeah. So it's a thing because we all do it. That's why accountability is so important, because you can lie to yourself and you're going to feel real productive. And then you're going to go to bed and wake up the next day and it's going to be the same thing, different day, because you're doing the same thing, saying you're going to get different results, but you're doing the same thing because there's a belief somewhere that you got to get out the way. But that's a different story for another day. So anyway, 2015 happens. August, I launched this course and my life changes. I get one customer, then I get 3. And then the next month it doubles. And then the next month it's like, oh my gosh, more people are coming. And the thing is, I did simple things repetitively. I did simple things on repeat. I did the same simple things and I just did it on repeat. And so that is why it worked. I stopped with all of these rules. There were so many rules. You have to have a 3-part video series. You have to have this landing page that does this, this, and this. You have to have this. No, what you have to have is something that people need and that are willing to pay for. And you have to get in front of those people and tell them that you have it. And you have to do it on repeat, and you have to deliver whatever you say you're going to give them. And you have to do it again and again and again and again. And that's how the business grows. That's what you have to do. You have to freaking start. Launching, starting. Selling means asking people to give you money. Repeating that process, because that is the only way you're going to continually make money. Now, everybody spends so much time and energy, and I see so many coaches catching people, because the reality is, and Frank Kern told me this. Frank Kern is actually like one of the best internet marketers on the internet. He said, the reality is people just like to feel like they are doing something. So they're going to buy they're consuming. They want to buy all this stuff because it makes them feel better. And so the reality is, he was like, you're going to sell classes and stuff and people are not going to do anything. And I'm like, dang, that's a harsh reality, but it's true. And it's like, I don't want to be one of those people. I have been those people. I have been those people where I'm just looking and looking and looking, when the reality is, just start with what you have and trust the process, which goes back to the message that I taught this morning of believing. When you actually believe before you see proof, you start doing things based on what the proof is that you're manifesting. I'm going to say that again. When you actually believe before you see it in the physical, and you live each day based on what you see. It's probably going to mess up my audio. Oh my God. I don't know how to live stream without people calling and messing up my audio. It's just, I don't know. It must be my phone, and it drives me bananas. I'm in airplane mode and everything. Can you guys hear me? Instagram, it knocks me off every time. This is annoying. But the moral of the story is this. You don't need all the stuff you think you need. You don't. Instagram, can you hear me? If you can't, I'm going to have to start it over. Anyway, you don't need all the things you think you need. What you need is something that the thing that you're feeling called to show people. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jesus. What you need is the thing that you feel called to show people. You got to know what that is. And then you need to get in front of those people. Who are the people that need this thing? And then you have to consistently offer it to them. And it's simple things that you can do that help you be able to take what you know, put it into rotation, and help people. And yes, you get to get paid for helping people, period. So I have this mastermind that I'm creating. Now, let me go back to the story. I'll tell you about the mastermind in a minute, but clearly I'm going to show you how to launch, sell, and repeat. And you're going to be in a boot camp practice with me. I'm going to show you how to do it. So if you know you want to get paid for what you know, and you're sick and tired of acting like you're doing that because you're not doing it, and it's very, very simple. Did you make sales? I get a report. It just lets me know who bought stuff while I was sleeping. It comes through my phone as I'm talking to you. Do you want to make sales? It's very, very simple. I'm not talking to somebody who wants to just learn things to be learning things, and they're not going to bust a grape in 2022. Honey, 2022 is about overflow and expansion. Yes, in the heart of a quote unquote pandemic. So anyway, the moral of the story is, in 2015, I finally launched, and it was crazy. It was super, super crazy because people were there and I was blown away. 3 people the first month. It was only a $19 product, but it took my faith was trash. I was all scared about $19. When I look back at this, it was very real for me then. And I wasn't scared about the $19. I was scared of what I didn't know. What's up, Akia? I was scared about what I didn't know. So I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, I am literally, Akia, I just saw like a group for women, and it's like a membership group, and it's kind of like a club, like a how you go to, my grandpa used to go to the lodge, but I just saw like this group for women. And even though it's virtual, you are training virtually. You are teaching how to get the handguns, and you have assignments like go to the gun range and show proof. And, like I see women connecting around like going to the gun range and being more confident, stuff like that. So I just saw that. So here's the thing. I don't know. Are you doing something like that? Here's the thing. Sorry, y'all, that was random. Here's the thing. I had 3 members and I was so excited and I was scared of what I didn't know because I was like, oh my gosh, what if they click the link? What if they gave me money and they click the link and it doesn't work? What if they don't get my email? People still don't get my emails. It's so annoying. It has nothing to do with me though. So it's like, there's no need for me to be scared about that. It's just like, I didn't know you didn't get it. When you tell me you didn't get it, then I give it to you. Talking yourself through your quote unquote fear is the most powerful thing you can do. Talking yourself through your quote unquote fear. I know people who are amazing personal trainers, and I'm like, please teach classes, please do virtual. And they're like, they have all this stuff. I don't want to be like so and so. I didn't ask you about so and so. I don't know so and so. I don't care about so and so. I'm telling you, that's a waste of your thought. Who is so and so? Who cares? I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna do it like that. You done thought about it so much that you really have thought your way out of it because you're so busy comparing. You're so busy talking about who you don't want to be like. You're so busy saying why it won't work. When the reality is, you can get people to pay you on PayPal and Cash App, and you can be doing Zoom trainings right now. That's the reality of the situation. What you think you need, you do not need. That is the number one thing I want you to remember from this live stream. What you think you need, you do not need. You have everything you need right now. You have everything you need right now. Yeah, I saw you, Akia. It's like you have this. It's like it's like a baddie group. You know what I'm saying? It's like women who are feminine and sexy and fun, but they just like need to learn some things. So they get their registrations. They show up to the Zoom. They practice like whatever, and then homework assignments is like do this many rounds, go do this, and they check in, and it's just like a fun group. It's like, you're just helping people not be afraid of guns, understand how to use them, understand how to protect themselves. And it's a confidence building group, honestly, but it's centered around self-defense. And so the conversation could easily be, first of all, you could target women who've overcome, abuse. Because that's something they were like, oh my God, I need to learn that. You could target women who just are looking to connect with other women around building confidence and just, I'm confident because I understand how this works. I'm not trying to be big and bad. I'm not trying to be whatever, but it just gives you it's just confidence. It's like certainty because you have a power and a knowledge of defending yourself if necessary. You can just go all into the mindset of it, and and just the fun part is popping off pistols because it's stress relief too. So, I mean, I enjoy shooting guns. I don't know about y'all, but anyway, the moral of the story is this. Look, I like the gun thing. I need that. Yeah, can you imagine a group of women? Like, I like going to the gun range. Also, and it's fun. I'm not even gonna go there. So it's like build a group and there's a group of women who work corporate or who doing something, who got the money, they can slide you something, and you have these groups and you just take these women through the process of understanding self-defense, and then you take them and they have these fun assignments that they have to go do during the week, which shakes up their week because most women are boring. No shade to y'all, but ladies can get very, very boring and they get stuck in their little worlds and their little routines, and they're not doing things that are fun and stress relieving. And so I'm just saying it's something you probably could do. So anyway, the moral of the story is this. Do you guys see? There's no shortage of ideas. There's no shortage. People will literally gunfidence. Godfidence, gunfidence. 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 Confidence by popping pistols, okay? For all the baddies all over the world. I could just see it. It's just fun. Anyway, the moral of the story is you can create anything. That is the moral of the story. You can create anything. And whatever you don't know, you can figure it out. And typically you can figure it out in 24 hours or less. So there's actually no shortage of like creativity. It's just a matter of, are you going to actually launch the thing? Most people are like in their heads and telling all these stories that are not real, these stories about why they can't, these stories about how, this is happening and that is happening. And these are all stories that are keeping you deceived and not into the thing that you feel called and led to create. So as I launched in 2014, I made no money. All I did was buy stuff and I didn't bust a grape. 2015, most of the year went by without me doing anything. And I kept trying to get different results by doing the same thing. But then what happened was at the end, I got a coach that literally called me out and made me report back the action steps. And I did the action steps and they worked. And so that is when I realized, like, I just need to keep going. Okay, so then I literally just focused on the goal and the result. I made a very clear number goal, and I made a very clear, like, I'm going to do this by this date. I put it into 2016. And by 2016, literally, I was closing my salon doors because I stuck to my goal and I started making enough money that I did not have to go to work. So I started selling classes on the internet, and I made enough money so that that money replaced the money that I was making in the salon, because I was sick and tired of being at the salon. And it's not no shade to the salon. I love the beauty industry. I actually kind of miss it a little bit. Not like that, but like just a little bit to do like one person to take a picture. Not a lot. But I don't want to have to do anything. I want to do things because I want to. And so I kept following that feeling. And it's like in 2016, I was able to close my salon, and I was so happy about it. Living in a high rise, I closed my salon and I went swimming every day by noon. I worked a couple of days a week on the internet for just a few hours in that day. And I literally never looked back, because I set a goal and I just kept launching and selling and repeating. Now, the biggest problem, listen, is when you start, the excitement that you start with is not the excitement that happens. It fizzles out. It fizzles out because you get started and you're so motivated and you're so excited and you're so ready. I'm going to pop some popcorn. Stay with me, people. Stay with me, people. Listen, you get started and you be excited. Meanwhile, here's how this works. Okay, is it 222? 222. Hold on, y'all. I got to pray real quick because I was doing it fast. Father God, I thank you so much for this opportunity to fast. I thank you for this opportunity to walk into 2022 blessed and overflow forward, Lord. I thank you for expansion. May everybody that even hears this be blessed by reason of hearing this prayer. Lord, I thank you that what you said is so. I thank you that we are blessed going in and coming out. Lord, I thank you that we can hear your voice like never before in 2022 from this day and going forward. Lord, I thank you for a bright future. I thank you, Lord, for elevation in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. 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 I had to break my fast. So it comes in waves. Yes, you're not going to be motivated 24 hours a day, period. You're just not. Like, that's weird. It's just like you're not going to be like, ah! So you have to remember that in launching, there are waves. You start, you're excited, somebody buys, and you be like, ah, and then nothing happens. So then when nothing happens, because it looks like nothing is happening, but it's happening. This is why I make these shirts. It looks like nothing is happening, but it actually is happening. When you first get started, you're excited. You're like, oh my God, this new thing, it's really, really cool. That's why I tell you guys all the time, write it down, because when you write it down, when you lose that motivation, you need to be able to look back at what you wrote so that you can reconnect. You have to reconnect to what you heard. You have to reconnect to what you are offering people, because what happens is you're human and you launch something and then you get a sale. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you get a bunch of sales and then it gets slow. Well, if I'm going to sell something for 5 days and on day 1 and day 2, I'm fired up. And then day 3, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And because I feel blah, 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 now I'm starting to be lazy. Now I'm starting to skip steps. Now I'm starting to not do the thing. And then when I do that, I'm only going to see the results of doing that, because what happens on day 5 is a result of what you did on day 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I slow down on day 3, I'm going to affect the results during the launch period. You guys are like, I don't know if I'm making sense to you guys. So you have to every day be intentional, be clear on what action steps you're supposed to be doing. And you have to keep your emotions in check. That's one of the biggest things about launching, selling, and doing it on repeat, is watching your emotions. Because I've had so many clients, they'll complain, and then they'll call me back like, oh my God, I made some sales and because they got out of the funk, and I had them doing certain action steps, and it wasn't based on your emotion. It wasn't based on your emotion. If you base it on your emotion, as soon as you don't see a sale come in for the day, you change what you're doing, you change what you're going to do, you change what you're going to get, you changing. And so now you messing with the stuff. You messing with it, which is why I've been teaching about doubt. It's exactly why I've been teaching about doubt. Because, did I burn this? I put it on 2 minutes. If you don't believe, then your actions are going to prove what you actually believe. If you don't believe, look, you're actually going to prove it to you. If I don't believe I'm good enough, I'm not going to show up on the live stream. I'm not going to send an email. I'm not going to tell people what I'm selling. If I believe, and yes, I'm smacking. If I believe that I suck, then I'm going to do things that people who suck do. Bottom line, royalty came out nowhere, right? Jennifer. Royalty like, girl, give me some of that popcorn. Am I making sense? What's up, boo? What's up, Desiree? I've had so many people. I'm telling you, the biggest problem I have when I'm dealing with clients and they're launching is they get in the way with their emotions. So I'm telling you, the reason why I'm always yelling at you guys to write it down is because if you don't write it down, you forget why you started. You forget why you started. Desiree, ain't you VIP? I ain't seen not one VIP question. Sometimes my VIPs don't never say nothing, but just remember you have access. So in 2014, I was lying to myself, acting like I was being productive, and I was just studying and learning everything about everything, and then adapting all these rules from other people. Because they were like, you can't sell on the internet unless you have this. And since I didn't have any of those things, I was like stalling. When the reality is I can sell anything I want right now. Period. So I sold one class in 2014, and then I just kept spending money buying all these funnels and softwares and whatever stuff I never even use. I still don't use half that stuff. So then in 2016, once I started getting the hang of my routine, because you have to measure what you're doing so you know why it works. There's your popcorn. You don't even want to. You just greedy. In 2016, I closed my salon. And I made a lot of money online. And how many of you guys know, once you do something, it becomes your normal. It becomes your standard. So it became my standard to make money on the internet. No royalty. It became the standard. So, no, honey. No. You need to calm it down, homeboy. You don't even like popcorn. And you just making a whole mess. I just vacuumed. So anyway, what was I saying? 2016. I literally, Royalty is a Maltese Shih Tzu poodle. He's a Malshi poo. Say, I'm designer. Say, I'm a designer dog. And he's a whole show. Exactly. Did you see how he ate that popcorn? Look, watch. Royalty is a mess, y'all. He be doing his own thing. I just have to look at him. So anyway, 2016, I closed the salon, and I started teaching online. And it was literally the new normal. 2017, was that him? Yeah, that's him teaching us. That's him crunching. That's him. All that dang crunching. So 2017, I was like, at the beginning of the year, sitting at home, and I was like, oh my God, I had this thought. I'll never forget. I was like, what if this doesn't work like long term? You know how you reflect on your year and you look back, you like, you don't close your salon. That was my bread and butter. So then I was like, what if this doesn't work long term? So then I ain't gonna lie, it scared me. But you know what I realized? I need to get around some different people. Nobody around me was doing what I was doing. I was only by myself, like, you know. So, and I had my mastermind, but the mastermind was over. So then somebody from my mastermind, that's how you know you're in a good mastermind. You got to be in a mastermind where you're actually having conversations and people start, like somebody from my mastermind invited me to Tony Robbins. I go to Tony Robbins. I get fired up all over again. And I was back. I just realized that it was a limiting belief. And so then I said, no, it gets to be my norm and it's not going to run out. And then 2017 happened and I made 6 figures on the internet. That became the norm. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Do you know when the pandemic hit, my numbers went up? Oh, wow. This year, I have hardly worked. My mom was dying. Every time I turned around, I thought she was about to die. I was a mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, I can't even be bothered with like anything. So it looked like I worked probably to somebody, but I was able to be with my mother until she passed away because I make money for what I know. So I don't have to be anywhere for it to happen. You guys, and here's what I know for sure. You can use Gmail and Google Sheets and Zoom, and PayPal and Cash App, child, and make $50,000. It don't take what you think it takes. What it takes is the right mentality. Hey, Lynette. Thank you so much for posting and doing this video. I was just saying rinse and repeat yesterday as I continue forward with making my career. Yes, you're welcome. I'm trying to tell you guys, you have to change how you're thinking. And you will literally change your own life. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mommy's in heaven now. And she's not suffering. And I'm just grateful that I could be by her side until she died. Until she took her last breath. Like literally. What more can you ask for? She wasn't in a nursing home. She was right there in her house. And she just went to sleep. But the moral of the story is this. You have to launch. You have to sell. And you have to repeat. Most people quit too soon. Most people quit too soon. That's the moral of the story. Now, I'm about to run you through some tips real quick. But the moral of the story is being able to, there's a million morals of the story. Making money online and getting paid for what you know gives you freedom so that you can choose to do whatever it is that you need to do in your life. If you want to travel the world, if you want to, you know, have an amazing experience, and it requires time, you know, maybe you want to take up piano and you want to spend 4 hours a day doing piano. You can choose to do that and still spend whatever time working on the internet. If you want to take up anything, you have the time for it. I got my glasses. Yay! Time, money, and I'm going to speak to getting paid online. Getting paid online for what you know gives you time. Then you can use that time however you want. Sitting at home and doing nothing. Maybe you need a break. You can do it. You really can. And so for me, I grew spiritually. I dived into so much more God. And it's like my life just kept opening up and opportunities just kept coming. And it's like because I had the time and space to do so. So to grow spiritually, it gives you the opportunity to give. It gives you the opportunity to travel. It gives you the opportunity to be creative and express whatever it is that you want. And to build a community of people who are interested in what you're interested in. I absolutely love it. So here's what I decided. Here's what I decided. That one had a seed in it. I'm going to do a small group. Unapologetically. And I'm going to help you guys. Mario T. I'm going to help you guys become awesome at launching and selling and doing it over and over and over. So this is about building a habit. If you want to sell a digital product of any sort, you are a candidate for this. It's a private mastermind. I'm hungry, y'all. So excuse my smacking. It's a private mastermind. And I'm going to show you how to get clear on what you want when you sell, all of the mindset hacks that you need to do, what you should be watching and paying attention to as far as your actions each day. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to take whatever it is you want to sell and get it done the fastest. So this is for you if you want to actually be selling in January. It's not for you if you just want to learn. I'm the kind of coach that's going to push you off the ledge. You got a parachute. I'm after the freedom. It's amazing. It's not that I don't work. It's just I work when I want. And you also can give yourself a raise when you want. And you don't have to worry about stuff that other people be worried about. I mean, you just don't worry about it. It doesn't affect you. It's a different world, baby. And I love it. I'm eating with you. Good. We definitely be overthinking. Most people are overthinking because it's just not as deep. It's just do it. Start with what you have a clear goal in mind, and just do it. And the whole point is we start January 3rd. Now, here's how you get the details. What about health insurance and 401k plan? You guys can still pay for that stuff. That's just a bill. Y'all do know that, right? You know you can make your own 401k. You can pay your insurance. It's just a bill. I know people who get paid for what they know, but they keep some type of job because they prefer those benefits from that company. But you can always get your own benefit package. You can make your own rules and decide what you need and then pay into it. And it's that simple. And even the days like, for example, my dental bill. I could save on dental But also, they just give me the bill and I just give them the cash. Like, it's like you don't have, those are issues that you have to remember. Sometimes the question is embedded in the world's way of thinking. Like, insurance is a payment. And you don't have to quit your job. I just quit mine. But insurance is just a bill, bottom line. Stuff from wherever is just a bill. And never would I not do something because, oh my God, what if I die or need to go to the hospital or It's just a bill, people. And so then you got to think about it. Do I actually expect this business to make money? Clearly I don't if I'm scared about insurance. That's my thought. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm just telling you what that to me means. Because typically everything is just a bill. And there's a way around everything. There really is. I done been to the hospital, I almost died, child. You're gonna be all right. I've been self-employed since 2018, but I'm ready to do more and work less. I'm ready to do more and work less. Do more what? I'm committed to launch my first bootcamp event in 2022. I postponed, reschedule many times. Yeah, you can do it live or pre-record. You are very inspiring. Thank you. So hopefully, because listen, the way that I got started in this is I just did what felt natural for me. So it felt natural for me to get on Google Hangouts because Zoom wasn't a big thing back then. And I just did a Google Hangout. It felt natural for me to tell people, here's what I have and here's what I'm going to show you. And you guys can just send me a PayPal. That felt natural and it worked. And I did what felt good and I just focused on the outcome. Here's what I'm going to give these people. Is it going to help them? Yes. What is going to help them do? Boom, boom, boom. Then I go find the people. What kind of people? Boom. Go talk to the people. Do you want to get this, this, and this? They'd be like, yeah. Okay, great. I'm going to show you on this date. Do you want it? Yes or no? Now it's just a question that I got to keep asking until my little deadline. That's a little tip too. I have deadlines. So, for example, we start the mastermind on Monday. I know, I'm sorry. Whoever smacking gets on their nerves, I'm so sorry. We start pre-work on Monday. This is not for this mastermind. I'm not going to be babysitting you like a little kid. I'm going to kick your butt into action. And you're going to get results. And you're going to be showing up online. And you're going to learn whatever you need to learn about social media. So if you're interested, it's very simple. Send me a private message. This is about launching your product online, your service, whatever you're going to do digitally, launching it online and actually selling it. By the way, some of you don't have an online presence. You're going to build one. All right. So I'll give you all the details of whatever it is that we're going to be doing. I wrote them out. The biggest thing that I'm excited about is that I wish I had this. And it's like having these checklists and having these processes. I appreciate your beautiful mind. Thank you. I wish I had it, but I didn't. So I had to figure it all out. It'll be separate from VIP. I can give VIP a special price though. Yeah, it's only gonna be. He does, Latoya. Oops, my bad. Go get it. You have to go get that, bro. He looking like, did you just drop my popcorn on the floor? I want to sell wigs. If you are VIP, I will give you a discount. I'll give you some duckies off of it. Less than 20 people. I haven't decided. I was going to say 20, but then I was like, do I really want 20 people? It'd be more like 15. I'm gonna do 20. And we can do stuff in pairs too. But yeah, inbox me if you want the details. I'll give you the details. And you can decide if it's for you or not. Starts January 3rd. This is about action. This is about making money. This is not a class where you're not going to make money. Now, of course, I can't guarantee you anything. You don't make money if you don't do the work. I need to start bragging, but my people always make money. That's like, they make money. I want to sell wigs. I love it. Selling is selling. I come on the internet and I sell whatever I want. I sell glasses. Somebody just said in the comments that you got their glasses that I mailed them. I sell glasses on social media. I sell sweatshirts. Baby, these are cute. Are these not cute? Okay, you guys. These are $30, by the way. These are $30. Girl, these are so cute. You guys, I love these glasses. You just sold me popcorn. Exactly. I need to speak with you about a coach. About a coach or about being coached? Hit me up. Just inbox me. But the moral of the story is you have to keep your head in the game. You have to launch, you have to sell, and you have to do it on repeat. And you can't listen to, oh my God, the people are not buying. Oh my God, I think I messed up. Oh my God, this didn't happen. You can't listen to that. You love yours, Shakisha. I can't wait to see you on them, Shakisha. They're so cute. Hey, girl. Girl. Hey, girl. Look at Royalty back there like a little creeper. I said your name. Why you being a creeper? Anyway, the moral of the story is, in order to play, you got to play. In order to make this life happen for yourself, you have to play. You have to launch, and you have to stay excited, and you have to remember the reason why you started this in the first place. And you have to tell the people there's things that you need to do every day to help you not make the mistakes. Because listen, there's a lot of people who quit too soon because they didn't document what they were doing. So there was no consistency. And because when they got started, they got nervous, and they let the nerves make them be quiet. They start feeling like they're talking too much about their product or whatever. And it's like the level of repetition that you have to have when you're selling. Inbox me on Instagram is actually my favorite, but you can do Facebook too. When it's only 20 slots or something, I don't do a bunch of websites and stuff. There's no point. Do you know I sold $2,000 events with no website? You don't need that. You just need to have a conversation, and it's a yes or no. We're going to chat. I'm going to tell you what I got, and then you ask questions that help you decide if it's for you or not. And that's it. So this is for you. Inbox me if you want to get paid for what you know, if you want to sell on the internet and you want to be coached and work in a challenge format for the month of January with your girl, and I'm about to come out my own popcorn line. Since y'all can talk about this popcorn. Woo! But anyway, the moral of the story, you guys, is that you have to launch. You got to start. The thing about selling on the internet is the thing about anything else. Like, you have to believe in yourself. You have to set a goal. And you have to stick out doing those actions until you are done. Like I said, one tip about selling things on the internet is when you sell with a deadline. Because then you have an end in mind. Now you know your outcome, and now you can focus on your actions that match your deadline and the actual outcome. And it really does help you. It's massive. So it is time for you, darling. If you know in 2022 that you want to start selling, and really, some of you guys have started and stopped. It's for you if you started and stopped. It's for you if you never started, but you want to start. Now be mindful. I'm going to ask you to sell, to contact people. I'm going to ask you to get out of your comfort zone. So you can't be like thinking you're going to make money and you don't want to do the stuff. I started and stopped and I don't know why. Just because I coached you before, it has a lot to do with your environment too. And when you can't change your environment right away, you got to just keep putting yourself, you have to stay connected, plugged in somewhere. It's just what you have to do because your environment can't change right now. So it's like you have to stay connected to whoever. It's something that you have to actively tap into. I just get frustrated when trying to stand out from the crowd. Here's the thing. Do you guys know? I don't try to stand out from the crowd. Where's the rule that you have to do so? And I'm not even trying to, that's like a serious question. Who said you must stand out from the crowd? I'm not here for the crowd to like me. I think it's great that, I have a lot of followers, millions and whatever. But I'm here being myself. It's easier to be myself and embrace it than try to stand out. Because we're all unique. So if I know I'm not trying to be a replica of someone, and I'm just being me, and whatever I'm bringing is what I'm bringing, that actually does make you stand out. Because you're not trying. Trying. So, for real, think about it. I don't try to do, you guys know Lisa Nichols. Or if you don't, Google her. She's amazing. I don't try to be Lisa. I see so many people that I see that go to her stuff. They try to be her. And she's always telling people, stop trying to be me. But people get infatuated with the whole storyline and everything. And they forget, who you are makes you unique. So one thing Lisa always says is that she didn't do it. There may be some similarities because I'm around her. That's my mentor. That's my T. That's my auntie. I love her. I'll be with her 24/7. So we do things alike. But she'll say Lakeisha is Lakeisha. I just watered the seed. And so you don't have to try and be a standout person. You don't have to, because somebody needs your quirkiness, whatever your stuff is. I am loud all over the place. I'm always off topic. I'm always doing stuff. Like, I do a lot, but that's just me. And when I realize that I'm enough the way that I am, and that there are people who will recognize my genius and they will invest in whatever I have to offer, and I will help them. When I realize that that's how this works, I relax. And with firearms, if I had some type of gun class, I would still figure out how to make it fun, because fun is who I am. I love to have fun. So, and I still would be like, well, how do I want to do this? That's what I had to do with the online courses. I stopped listening to Jeff Walker. I remember I bought the product formula launch, child, and did all this stuff. And it's not that Jeff Walker didn't work. It's just, man, forget Jeff Walker. Jeff Walker ain't my dad. He can't say what to do. I don't want to do that. I can listen. You have to learn how to listen and then listen. I listen to Jeff Walker, but I found that I was getting stuck because I was trying to do everything Jeff Walker said do, and it just didn't work for me. That's just like Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey is awesome, but Dave Ramsey didn't work for me. Mike Michalowicz worked for me. He's influenced. Once I listened to Mike Michalowicz, he literally, you can hear Dave Ramsey's principles, but Mike just teaches it like better, and he speaks to me. Dave don't speak to me. Mike does. They teach the same thing. So, and Mike does it his way. So you have to remember that you are enough, and whatever you're offering is worth it now and later. And so it's not a question of, is it worth it? And that happens when you don't recognize what your stuff is doing for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I help people make money. I help people literally increase spiritually with God. I help people start, and they were freaking going in circles forever and ever. Do you know the agony and the pain of just procrastination? Oh God, it's boring. Do you know how much life sucks when you just keep putting something off because you're not living up to like what you could be doing? You're just like going in circles. So I help people come out of the whole circle situation. So it's like, with that being said, like, that deserves awesome pay, period. I know what it did for me. I know what it has done for my clients. So I'm never going to question what it does for the people, the transformation that it provides. I'm not going to question that. And guess what? You're not responsible for other people. So you have to just know what the value is that you provide, what the transformation is that you provide. And then you speak to me, Lakeisha, because I know God is in it. Yay! Listen, you have to trust that and go, okay, now let me do my part. My part is to send the emails, be up on the social medias, talking to the people, and whatever little things I need to do. We are not to be carbon copies of each other. We all have something different to be able to. Yeah. And there's some things that you can do, even if we're doing the exact same thing. For example, Pilar's in hair. Pilar just got into the beauty industry. I could take Pilar and show her exactly how to do short hair like this and make 6 figures. I can take and show her exactly how to do it. I'm going to give her initially, the first few things that she should do. And then I fully expect Pilar to master what I show her and then put her spin on it so that Pilar is Pilar. Okay? That's it. Like, there's nothing wrong with mentorship and mimicking and modeling. Look at this. Look what Royalty did to this bottle cap. Who did this? Who did this? You. Why did you do that? You just want to come up here. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to get you. Come on. Oh my God, you're so weird. Why you gotta be like a little weirdo all the time? Royalty's like, Mom, I'm ready to go. So you have to just make sure that you're not trying to be someone else. Hi, Dad Doody. Hi, Dad Doody. Say hi. Say hi. We kind of matched today, Royalty. You ain't going over there. Hey, wow. So you have to give yourself permission to play. Give yourself permission to show up. Give yourself permission to show up and make a mistake. Give yourself permission to fill it out and have fun. And he getting big. He is way bigger than what they said he was going to be. I'm like, really? Look how you looking at me. I'm talking about you. Oh, did you just scuff at me? What? What? What he is getting big. Procrastination is torture. It is. So the moral of the story is you have to literally start. Bottom line, start. You have to start. You have to start. You have to start. And you have to be willing to fumble the ball along the way. It's okay. You got plenty more plays. Okay. Unless you're just canceled, you can get back in the game. It will happen for you. And you have to just remember that and throw the rest out. Throw the rest out. So hopefully you've got inspired by something that I said. And I'm going to keep talking about this until our start date, which is January 3rd. And for those, and it's a small group. So, if you want to be in a group and you want to actually launch, sell, and repeat, and you want to work with me over the next 30 days, I'm going to help you guys sell online. I'm going to be showing you how to build your audience, simple things you can do to build your audience. Okay, I'm going to show you how to design who you're talking to and make them want to sign up for your free stuff as well as your paid stuff. I'm going to be talking about product creation, and I'm going to show you simple ways to get started. So it's small enough to where I can individually coach you guys. So it is group coaching, but you have access Monday through Thursday to literally ask questions and meet people who are also doing what you're doing. Like you want to encourage each other. So this is going to be an intimate group. I'm excited to kick the new year off with this group. And the offer is insane. It's not even $1,000. Like I should charge $1,000. I should charge $1,000, but I'm not. So it's less than a G, and I happily know that I should charge that because at the end of the day, I have been on the internet for a long time, but selling courses and doing it profitably, since the end of 2015. And it's like, you guys, it's only been up. My company literally has sustained me even this year. Even when I hardly do anything, I still make money because I get paid for what I know. So I'm going to teach you exactly what I do. I'm going to teach you exactly why it works. And then I'm going to challenge you. So there will be challenges each week. This is not an inactive group. All you have to do is inbox me. I'll send you the details. And there's a small amount. So it's about taking action. So yes, there's an investment. It's a small, why are you sitting on the back of the couch? It's a small, what was I saying? Oh, it's a small group. It's a small group of people. And yes, there's investment. So no weird stuff, no weird questions. I got a lot of new people on my page. It's for you if you want to make money online, getting paid for what you know. All right. Ask yourself that question and ask yourself, is now the time? And what do I need to ask Keisha so that I can see if this is for me or not? And we start January 3rd. So got a couple days to make a decision. I will send you all those details. But in the meantime, launch. Start. I dare you to start. I triple dirty dog dare you to start. You have to build an audience, you guys. You have to build an audience no matter what. So build an audience. You have to look at how you're thinking and find limiting beliefs all the time so that you can get them out the way and show up. You have to measure and monitor what you're doing so that you can actually 2 days. What's 2 days? You have to measure and monitor what you're doing so that you can actually grow. Because if you're not measuring and monitoring, you're going to come up with stories. And those stories are going to have you stuck and they're going to have you going back in circles. They're going to have you keep messing up. And it's a whole mess. We don't want to be a mess, people. We do not want to be a mess. I sent you an email earlier. Okay. Let's see what you said. Oh, big thank you for your magazine. Wow. Let's see. I love it. Yes. I don't know why you can't access it though. That's weird. Let me give you the information right now. So I'm complete with the conversation. Clearly, I'm gonna go pick up my friend because she just got in from the airport. And I'm going to have a wonderful rest of the evening. I may go live later because so many people are messaging me and saying, I wonder why you can't get in, Lynette. Try this. Enter the code. Make sure you enter the code that's on there. I just sent your email. Okay, I see you guys saying that you messaged me. I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna talk about this a little later this evening. If you know you want to get paid for what you know, if you want to launch and sell, and you want to actually finally understand how it's done. Now, this is gonna be heavy on the spiritual. Y'all know if you're new and you're inboxing me, I pray in my classes because I don't do things. I don't teach you things that I don't do. So it's like I pray. So we're gonna be praying if necessary. Okay. So I love you all. If you want to get paid for what you know, inbox me. Literally just send me a DM and then I'll hit you up and tell you what I offer and when it starts and give you all the details. And then what I want you to do is to just ask the questions in your mind so that you can see if it's for you. Very, very simple. Let's see what else. I get that what don't get measured don't get done. Yes. Start and keep going when things around want to make you stop. Yep. See you soon. Love you. Yeah, love you too. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next live stream. And thank you for showing up. And I'm excited about 2022. It's like, it's exciting. Peace out. It's happening.